Legal experts say culpable homicide and not murder is the appropriate charge on the owner of a dog which mauled a Bluffel man to death. A lawyer said a murder charge would not stick as one needs to prove an intention to kill, whilst culpable homicide, death caused by negligence, is likely to stick under the circumstances. They says it is high time that society pushes for a review of laws to have mandatory custodial sentences in such cases, as the law cannot be trusted or relied upon to be sensible or fair.
There is a difference between murder and culpable homicide. With murder, we usually talk about intention, that someone has got the necessary requisite intention to kill someone. And when you do have the necessary requisite intention to have someone killed, you then proceed with that intention, or you have foreseen that someone will end up dying, and you proceed with your actions that then leads to someone dying. That is what we call murder in the broader legal sense. Culpable homicide, on the other hand, you cause the death of someone. There is no intention to kill someone, but there is negligence or recklessness in your actions. You are negligent or you are reckless, and it ends up causing someone to die. That is what is called culpable homicide. So that's the difference, and I'm not so much privy to the circumstances of the current Pitbull case, but whatever circumstances are there, we then have to look at those particular circumstances and say, did the owner have intention? Did the owner foresee that someone would die and still proceeded with his actions to have his dog do whatever it did? So those are the circumstances. Or was it a question of recklessness? Was it a question of negligence that led someone dying? So I think with the circumstances of each case, you then check to see if the requirements actually met.
An unfortunate incident, but it's opened up a lot of conversations around what we can possibly do to avoid such situation, especially issues around negligence, socialization, and even possible discussions about should we be banning some of these breeds. I know dog lovers like yourself are like,
Why are you looking at me like dog lovers?
I'm not a dog person at all.
Yeah. But have you seen something?
Yeah.
I know from the hood that you stay in, you meet people with their dogs on leashes. You know, they appear like they will bite you, not the dog, but the person.
The person is like,
he's like. But look, one thing that probably we should have touched on, it's the proliferation of the dog industry in Zimbabwe. I know it's not regulated, but we've got the SPCA, but this is like a backyard business kind of. But people are making lots and lots of money from dog breeding.
Dog black market.
Yeah, it is a dog black market, because I was just looking at some of the dog breeds that we were talking about. You know, for example, Rottweilers. How much are these going for? A puppy is going for over $600, $500, $600, just a pup. Yeah, you go to German Shepherds, that's over $250. Then you also look at breeds like your fancy breeds like there's a dog that you were showing me. Is it your family member had what kind of a breed was that?
I'm trying to remember which one.
Yeah, but it's a friendly kind of. But it's
But are you talking about a Chihuahua or a
Labrador?
Labrador?
Labrador. Yeah, those are kind of expensive, but those are a bit on the mellow side, but very expensive again. Pups over $300. So when you look at that industry, yes, it's like dog black market, but people are making loads and lots of money. If you own a dog and it goes on heat, I think per a year cycle, it can I think give birth twice per year. And if you are lucky, imagine it gives you a litter of around 10 pups. yeah, and you own a Rottweiler. It gives you 10 pups, over $500.
Don't be
That's
putting-
5,000.
now you're putting ideas that
times
people
2 per year. That's 10 grand. But it needs to be regulated.
Yes, yeah. Well, I think that's a conversation. I feel like we need a totally different discussion around the black market centered around dogs and how it can be regulated, because I feel like we're being reactionary to this incident where this man was unfortunately mauled to death. But I think there's a wider conversation that needs to happen. We'll try to engage the SPCA and see what kind of conversations can come out of this.